Arsenal 0 again. Chelsea 2. Lukaku debut goal. Embarrassing defeat. Josh Kroenke at the game. I wonder what he made of that. Jez made a good point on that in the fan cam. Kenny, your fan cam, very passionate as well. And I'm glad you made it home on the, what bus was it? 263?
263.
Yeah, I've got a good memory, mate. Yeah, we were just talking backstage about the 78 game at Christmas away to Spurs. Liam Brady. I got a good memory. But we are going to do player ratings. And this shouldn't take too long if I'm being completely honest.
Right.
And just before we do that, I want both of you just to give me a little overview. I know some of the people that have watched your fan cams might not have watched this and vice versa. So give me a little overview, Jez. Give me your 30, 40-second roundup of how that game went today.
Shocking, useless, delusion. Arteta, quite simply, is an idiot. I mean, the last 5 minutes he sat there on the bench. Yeah. Sums it up, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, mate. There you go, Kenny. I know you was at the game. What was the atmosphere like? And what did you make of it?
The fans were fantastic when they first went with the crowd. They, everyone got behind the scene. But I think what's happening is that they were just complete concern. I think what's happening right now, you can't allow youngsters to be coached by a coach that is under pressure, because players like Smith Rowe need confidence around them. Saka needs confidence around them, and Lokonga is the only one who realised that he was playing in a big game. All the rest of them floundered. Granit Xhaka looked after number one in terms of making sure his performance was all right, and he didn't show no leadership. But that performance gets managers a sack.
Yeah, and like Jez just said, 5 minutes from the end, he's sat. The rain's dropping down on him. He's got his Mac on. It was shades of Unai Emery when he had the hood up. Yeah, and he's looking around and he's like it felt like it's coming to an end. It really did. And the only surprise for me was that it wasn't a cricket score, because that was a shambolic performance. And do you know what? I said this the other day, and I asked all of you guys on the podcast the other day, out of the signings we've made, which one is going to stand out and be the guy that's going to exceed his transfer value and more? And that guy so far in 2 Premier League games has been Sambi Lokonga. Yeah, he's been unreal. Like, honestly, I don't think he was amazing today, but at the same time, he's been thrown in at the deep end. And you've both said it, like, kids under this manager, boy, good luck, really good luck. But let's get into player ratings, people. Make sure you smash the likes up. Go and check out all the fan cams as well, people. And yeah, let's go. Jez, Leno made a great save from Lukaku. Why was he wearing the away kit, by the way?
Kit man, yeah. Basically, 5.
I'd agree with that. I think the first goal, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what our defence was doing. I feel like, I don't know, it was just a shambles, that first goal. But you just knew it was coming. And he did make an unbelievable save, like a real instinctive save. But yeah, I don't think we could go more than that. Kenny, let's go to Cedric at right back.
You know what?
Callum Chambers.
Cedric was very, very fortunate. Normally our right-hand side is our weakest point, but Cedric, to be honest, I thought he did adequately for with Alonso, and that's why Chelsea switched to the other side. For him, he did okay, but he wasn't great. He didn't give us much in terms of crossing, but he did manage to make sure he was available for the overlap. So I'm going to give him a 5.
Opposite side, Kieran Tierney went off injured later in the second half. I don't know what he was doing for that Reece James goal. He was so tucked in. Maybe he was just trying to help out the 2 rabbits in the headlights that were getting absolutely battered by Lukaku. I don't know. But listen, Kieran Tierney, we all love him. We've all said that he should be captain. Yeah, he has got it. He has got the most trophies at this football club overall as a decorated player. But he was shocking today. You said it, Kenny, in your fan cam. And what would you rate him? He obviously went off injured, but what would you rate him, Jez?
I've given him a 3 today. I like the fact he was getting forward, but today his final pass into the Chelsea box. Just wasn't on it. And I have sympathy with the guy because he was trying to make the forward runs, but nobody was tracking with him. And it was, but, you know, I've got to be honest, mate. You know, that second goal, what was he doing? Why is he like almost on the penalty spot? Was he being pulled across by? Was he tracking somebody else? But to my mind, that's not him. He normally is bang on, and I thought today he was poor. I really do. Such a shame.
One of the worst games I've seen him play, and I don't know how long he's out for. I haven't seen any of the post-match stuff.
No,
hopefully he's all right, because he is one of our better players. He is a leader, and there was nobody he was tracking. He just got sucked straight in. Yeah, maybe that's because of the two idiots that we're going to talk about now. Kenny, I'll give you the pleasure of talking about Pablo Mari, because I thought he was the worst out of the pair of them. Not that Holding was any better, really, but Pablo Mari, what did you make of his... well, I would say game, but it wasn't a game. It was just a domination of an elite striker.
He's a fool. He's a fool to himself. He knows full well. He should have seen what Ben White went through when he got tight on Ivan Toney. You don't get tight on strikers who are strong but can also have pace, jet skis. Just don't do it. Everything he did was wrong. The rule of engagement: give Lukaku a yard. So if you do give him a yard, he makes a decision and you react because you know you can't win the battle. How many times was he spun? I'm sorry, that performance, naught out of 10.
Yeah, I can't disagree, mate. Like, there was one instance in that first half where he was 10 yards deeper than any other player, and Lukaku had pinned him. Yeah, and Lukaku spun him about 3 yards in our box, but then he took a heavy touch and obviously he got back. But if he had took a perfect touch, that would have been 2-0. Disgusting performance, man. Jez, Rob Holding.
1 for his half-decent header in the when we had a corner and he spun it past the post. Apart from that, that guy, let's be fair, that guy is absolute fucking dross. He gets turned. He can't head a ball. He's supposed to be a bloody central defender, and he can't head a fucking ball. I mean, what is going down there? You know, I don't know how tall he is. He's got to be over 6 foot, hasn't he?
I think so. I'd imagine so. But...
He was just like shocking. And, well, we've known it for a while, to be fair, but I'll give him a 1.
Is that because he put his shirt on the right way round?
Well, he had half a decent chance of nutting it in when we had that corner. Fair play. But apart from that, I didn't see fuck all from that bloke.
Kenny, I'm going to give you the pleasure of marking Sambi Lokonga.
Sambi Lokonga is the only one who understood what he was there for. Maybe it's enthusiasm, or maybe he's just been told to go and express himself. But players like Sambi Lokonga, I have great concerns about their like development under this coach, and that's why when Jez gets the coach, I hope Jez says what he has to say. Can I leave Arteta to Jez? But in terms of Lokonga, I'm going to give him a 6, but a high 6, because the simple reason is that we didn't win the game. He did try to affect the game in a very attacking mindset, and he felt right. He is the only one who believed that this game was salvageable in terms of, you know, not going through the motions of attack. He actually tried to speed the game up, and you know, to be honest, he was just overrunning midfield, and that's not. There was no help from him.
100%. Every time he got the ball, he was forward thinking, like spin. There was a run that he did in I think it was the first half. Yeah, it was late in the first half, and he got the ball in the half turn. Yeah, and there's 3 players around him. And listen, Chelsea's midfield's elite. They had Kante on the bench. Like, come on. Yeah, and he's spun and he's running and he's holding people off. and I think it probably should have been a foul, but he ended up on the floor. Yeah, and it obviously played on, but it was like, you are a 21-year-old kid, yeah, and you were showing more bottle than the rest of that squad today, man. It was disgusting from the rest of them. Jez, I'm going to give you Granit Xhaka, your mate.
Xhaka. Well, 3.
That high?
Well, he did do a couple of decent passes, so I'll give him that. He did do a good crossfield pass, but oh my days! If this is, he's now got a new contract. If this is what we're going to rely on, yeah, as a central midfielder, then we're fucked. Let's be fair. It just, this train of Arsenal just continues going down this dark tunnel, and I don't know what to say, really. It's getting boring, isn't it? Talking about
the amount of people I've seen that are so disattached to the club now. Like, I obviously did the watch along earlier. There was people in there that were born in 75, 64. Yeah, you're obviously 67, Kenny, you're 72. There's a lot of older fans that have said, no, I've had enough. There was people in my chat that were watching in New Zealand at 2:30 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, and at half-time, loads of them were going, I'm going back to bed, mate. Yeah, I don't need this.
Sorry.
And that is what this club has done to people. It's like they're switching off. But let's keep it moving, man. Let's go, Kenny, Emile Smith-Rowe. I know you were not very pleased with his performance. You said the fans weren't either.
Well, fans were. He was getting blocked because he was losing the ball in critical situations, and he was part of the problem. Emile Smith-Rowe's got to realise right now is that with the signing of Odegaard and the fact that we're probably going to be looking at other players. There's still rumours that Al's going to come to the club. He's going to find himself that if he doesn't get his tactical discipline intact, he's going to be a casualty, and he won't be playing games for this club, because it's all well and good having his useful enthusiasm, but you can't have people running off you. You can't be doing that. People running off you into the spaces you've left when you should be there defending. If we're asking you to play number 8, we don't want you to be one of the 3. We all got 3 players there already. We need you. We need you in that sort of position where you've got to create. And if that's not your game, then we've got a problem, because we can't play you with him and Odegaard on the same side. Because why should we leave out Pepe? Why should we leave out Saka and leave out a striker for you to accommodate you? You need to sort out your discipline. For me, I'm giving him a 4. You can't keep doing this, because you're going to cost yourself a shot at international level as well.
Yeah.
So you've got to learn in the game. Go and have a little chat with Mason Mount and talk to him and find out and learn from him, because there's certain things that Mason Mount has already learned off the ball that you're not doing. Can't go on like this. 100%. I blame the coach for this, not you.
But I think as well, Kenny, though, like, in a way, it's kind of harsh comparing the two, because one's playing at an elite football club with elite footballers, and the other one's the main man, really, with Saka in a banter club that has just got dross and a dross manager.
That's the thing. And that's
at the same time, I like his attitude of, I want the number 10. I want to be the guy. I like that, yeah. But
it's good attitude, but you have to be able to play that position by now.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I agree. Jez, let's go Nicola Pepe.
Well, 3. This guy is so hot and cold, to be fair. I mean, when we got him, I was so excited. I thought, we've got a class player here. And I hate to say it, he's just not delivering. I'm sorry to say that. I can't see it, man. I said to you on your stream the other night, man, I'll support any new player, and I'll give them time to Arsenal Football Club. I've done it for, years. But this guy now is starting to frustrate me. I just didn't see anything today that really. Yeah, he tried hard, but I'll throw this question to you and Kenny. What is wrong with our final ball into the box? Why
they're petrified? They're petrified. They're like statues, mate, because this manager's micromanaging them and they're petrified to do something out of the ordinary under him. In case they get dropped.
Can I just cut in, Lee? You say that this manager's micromanaging, but my guy, Tuchel's micromanaging these guys as well. Yeah, because if you look at the situation, there was a time in the 87th minute, they're already 2-0 up. And Reece James didn't pass the ball forward. He held on to it and the move got down. And you could see Tuchel going to Reece James and really having a go. He was jumping up and down like he got stung like a bee. It was going, there.
Yeah.
So,
but the difference is, Kenny, Thomas Tuchel is an elite manager.
Yes, right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Arteta is not a manager.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
He's a half, well, is he even a half good coach? Just because he sat next to Pep, don't make him qualified. If you're going off of that basis, then Steve Bold was more qualified. Like I'm sitting next to Wenger.
I think Arteta seems to thinks that he actually still thinks he's a coach. No, you're a results-based team manager now.
Yes, fact.
Can I just say, I have not seen in the last two games, Brentford, Chelsea today, any player in our team that is capable of making a quality final pass.
Yeah.
I agree. Kieran Tierney was sticking him on a plate last season. His crosses in them two games have been a disgrace.
Yes, he was.
Literally stuffing crosses for fun.
Yes, and the fact of the matter it is, as I said to you earlier, Lee, and we'll come on to this, I'm sure, in a couple of minutes, about one player that came on as a sub. But where is the incisive pass into the box? And the other thing I noticed today, when there was a pass, there's nobody fucking there. Nobody there.
Mate, they're scared stiff of this manager. I'm telling you, I am adamant they are scared stiff of this manager. Yeah, they're scared. Yeah, they're petrified of him because he is a control freak. We see that with his, he said in the post-match interview before the game, he was talking about, the fans need to be with us. We don't need negativity. It's about the process. He said that today before kickoff. Yeah. He is a control freak, mate. Yeah, they're petrified of him. This is going to come on top real soon, lads. It really is. But Kenny, Bukayo Saka got substituted in the second half. I didn't know he was on the pitch at most of the game.
The indictment of last season and this season is that I don't think Mick Arteta knows how to win a game or build an attack without Saka in a team. I mean, it's clear that the guy is completely and utterly knackered.
Yeah,
because if you basically look at Project Restart,
he started him.
Yeah, but you look at Project Restart. Project Restart started last June. You know, it finished. It finished for us on the 1st of August last year. Then we've had, well, I don't know. We start the season 4 weeks later. So I don't know if we had a pre-season.
Then he's done the Euros. Yeah, then he's done the Euros.
And he's had the Euros. So basically, he was part of the problem as well. The goals were the fact that he didn't have the energy or the nous to give Kieran Tierney the support he needed. Because if Kieran Tierney's tucking in, he plays left wing back, and he just either he didn't know how to do it, which I know he could, or he's knackered, but it was poor. I can't give him anything more than 2.
Yeah, and this is the thing: we shouldn't be relying, and we've all said this. We should not be relying on Bukayo Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe as the go-to main guys. They should be, play quite a lot of games, but give you a rest and manage you properly. Fergie was the master at bringing in youth. And he'd say, yo, you've played 5 games in a row, you've scored 4 goals, now I'm benching you, mate, because you're going to be in that red zone that everyone talks about. Instead, us, we're like, oh my God, Saka's starting, we've got a chance. Emile Smith-Rowe, no, they should not be the main stars here at this football club. We're Arsenal. Let's go with Gabriel Martinelli, Jez. Got substituted in the end. But for Balogun. But what did you make of him? Like, obviously, you weren't held by the people in front of him, but what did you make of his performance today?
2. I saw nothing that he brought to the party. Very disappointed. All right, he didn't get, I said previously, poor service, but the few services he did get, shocking. Sorry. And this, again, Lee and Kenny, sums up what Arteta is doing to these young guys. He is, I'm going to say it, fucking him in the arse, because that guy 2 years ago looked quality.
Yeah.
You know, Emery, he was quality. He ain't, I'm sorry to say it, guys, but he looks an absolute shadow. And if you're saying, Lee, that he's scared of Arteta for micromanaging, then that sums up the whole basis of this see you next Tuesday manager, because it's just so wrong now. And I'm so pissed off with it all now. I really am. You know, we've all seen Arsenal in bad days and we've pulled through, but we're in a fucking downward spiral here.
We're a sinking ship right now, mate. It's mad, and you're right. He is Project Youth. Project killed the youth off. Yeah, Kenny. Let's come to Aubameyang, our club captain. Came on. I didn't even know he was on the pitch. I know he had a shot early doors. Other than that, I did not see him at all for the rest of that game. Yeah, and he came on for Saka. What did you make of him, mate?
For me, again, I look at Aubameyang. He's come on. If you're really interested in winning the game, you actually can't add confidence in your own captain. I'm struggling to understand why, one, he was on the bench in the first place, and 2, he didn't come on at least to start the second half, because there was nothing there, nothing. But then again, what you do, everything we did about it was wrong. Now link up play, trying to play the through pass, long ball. He don't look fit, which I find, and yet he hasn't had an injury. Is it malaria? Is it his illness? Is COVID, malaria? I don't know. But one thing I do know is that if you want to see the best of Aubameyang, this manager's got to go. You're not going. You want your Aubameyang back.
He was spending more time at fucking left back.
Yeah, I know. If you want your Aubameyang, if you want your Aubameyang back to what we were getting under Unai Emery and what we got at Dortmund, then this manager's not the manager for him. He needs a complete and utter change, because again, you've got a forward line worth nearly £180 million, and yet 3 of them are not scoring 15 or 20 goals a season. Nah. Something's not right.
We ain't even having shots. The only 2 shots we had today, I think, in the first half was
Smith Rowe.
Yeah, and then Rob Holding header. Other than that, I can't remember. Oh, Aubameyang had a scuff chance when he first came on. Other than that,
he went straight in Mendy's arms.
Other than that, I can't remember a shot. Let's move on to Nuno Tavares, as Kenny would call him. Came on for Kieran Tierney at left back, injured. What do you make of him, mate?
Well, I don't know anything about the fella. Be fair, I'm not going to profess I do. I'm going to give him a 4 just for turning up and having to replace Tierney. What I saw of him, I thought, okay, fair play. Didn't impress, but then again, who did impress? So he's coming to a shite side.
2-0 down, being dominated.
Yeah. Fair play to the fella. He give it a go, but hopefully, you know, I support the boy. He's come into a new team, new club. I just think, what's going to happen to this kid with Arteta, honestly? But,
well, he'll be starting against Man City next week. Good luck. He's up against my boy Mahrez. Kenny, last but no means least for the outfield players, Balogun playing left wing.
I pray for him. I pray for him.
Left wing when he came on.
I pray for him because, I look at him and he needs experience around him. He needs guidance. And he's got a manager who's got a crisis of confidence in himself. And because the manager lacks confidence in himself and is under extreme pressure, self-inflicted, by the way,
yeah,
then Balogun's another one that just looked lost. He just looked lost. He's playing alongside Aubameyang, and he's meant to be doing basically feeding Aubameyang when really, truly, his game was to play where Aubameyang was.
And that's what confused me, because we've played Aubameyang left wing for years under this manager, nearly 2 years. Balogun's a stone cold killer in front of goal for youth setup, movement level, and we're playing Aubameyang left normally. So today we decide we're 2-0 down. We'll put Aubameyang up front and we'll put Balogun out on the left. I mean, make it make sense. It makes no sense. Give me a score for him, man.
I'm going to have to Balogun, just for turning up and giving him a 4.
Jez, well, you can both mark him. Do you want to mark the manager as well, Kenny? Or do you want to let Jez do it?
Jez first. Jez has him. Because I can't talk about him anymore. It's just too stressful.
Go on, Jez.
Let's do it together, man. Right. with Arteta, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. -10.
Oh.
He's a prick. He ain't got a clue. He's driving this club down the drain. His tactical nous is fuck all. I've got more tactical nous than him, and it's shocking, man. Honestly, you know, we've all seen bad teams over the years, haven't we? And we've all been through some bad years. But this guy is the fucking worst. And let's just point it out. He's breaking another record.
That's the 20th record he's equaled or broken, by the way.
Yeah, he's breaking another fucking record. 1913, Arsenal lost 4 games on the bounce. So let's get it right. Brentford, Chelsea loss, League Cup against West Brom, and then Man City.
This is the first time in since 1913, our first season at Highbury, that we've not scored a goal or got a point in our first 2 league games. 1913. Add that to all of the other games that we've lost to Wolves at home, Leicester at home, Burnley at home.
All records, by the way. If you look at this thing, and that's the thing we need to talk about, Arteta. If you talk about records, well, Wolves have won for the first time since 1979.
Yeah.
Leicester won for the first time since 1973.
Yeah.
Burnley
74. Yeah. Villa, that was the first time Villa had beaten us by 3 goals or more at our ground since 1928.
There was the last time Villa did the double over us. I don't think when Villa won the league in 81, they didn't do the double over us. So again,
I'll just throw this into the mix, yeah? Yeah, I'll just throw this in the mix. So this tells me, right? This tells me something. Is the fact that the current owners and the current Arsenal board do not understand the importance of what this idiot is doing. Because if they don't fucking know what this prick is doing to the club in losses, records, well, not records, they're horrible records, that says to me something horribly wrong.
No, Jez, they know. If we know, and Sky Sports know, and all the media outlets know, they know, yeah, because they.
You know what's happened? They're cowards.
Scour everything.
They're cowards.
They're cowards. Number 1, but number 2, when he's sitting there yesterday giving it, if people ain't backing us, then they're not backing the kids, and you can see something different. We know what's going to happen. They know what's going to happen going forwards, and you need to back us for the sake of the kids. He has been told by Edu, by Vinay, by Josh, yeah, because Josh owns this club, not his dad. Yeah, let's have that right. Yeah, that has been filtered down. Oh shit, fans are back at the game. Oh, let's go and buy a load of kids. Then we'll take the pressure off Arteta and dress it up as Project Youth. It's Project Destroy the Youth and destroy the mentality whilst lowering the standards. And everyone lapped it up today. There was no protest after the kickoff the other day because we've dropped in Martin Odegaard, who don't create nothing, and we've dropped in a goalkeeper who's been relegated 3 times in 4 years, right? We've killed off Martinelli, we've loaned out Saliba, we've loaned out Guendouzi, Maitland-Niles will go, Reece will go, Eddie will probably go, Willock's already gone, yeah? What do you mean Project Youth? Project take the fucking piss.
Well, we have to see, but the thing about it, Lee, is that what's going to happen again is that they're going to look for the fans to get them out of the mess. And the fans will duly oblige because the fans want to win football matches. And I say it again, if we perform like this against Man City, you know those away fans. Then there's going to be the fans who believe that Arsenal are a big club and should be competing at the Etihad next week are going to outnumber the fans who said, well, we knew we were going to lose anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Kenny, look, at the end of the day, we need to wrap this up. We've been going over half an hour. And big up to both of you for coming on as always, man. I know it's been a long day for us all. It's been, well,
we haven't given the mark yet. Jez has given the mark.
Yeah, go on, give him a mark. Yeah, we ain't marked him, have we? Go on, Jez. Oh, he said -10. He said -10.
-10.
The reason why I don't want to, the reason why I can't, I'll leave Jez with his marks because I'm shocked because I actually thought that when we were losing, we were just boring attacking wise, but we were losing maybe to referee decision or don't. But we were awful. But
Kenny, that was more in hope. Awful. That was more in hope, mate. Yeah, like you're a passionate Arsenal fan. Your interview after the game and Jez's, go and check them out, people. Yeah, that was more in hope because you thought, do you know what? It's the first home game, 60,000 fans there. We're against Chelsea. They've just won the European Cup. We're going to go out there, and if we lose, it's going to be a referee or a VAR.
That's the thing about it.
This is Arteta's Arsenal, man. We shouldn't expect anything less.
That performance, the two performances are very concerning to the extent that I thought awful was the worst we'd get. When it gets catastrophic, then it's worried.
We ain't even started. We have not even hit that peak yet, mate. This is going to get a lot worse. I watched Man City yesterday. Yeah, they were in walk-in mode, mate. Yeah, and they had Sterling and Mahrez on the bench. Yeah, they both come off the bench and scored. Yeah, Jack Grealish, I know he got his first goal and it hit him and went in. Yeah, they could have had 15 in that game. That is no exaggeration. They were taking the mick. And the reason they were taking the mick is because they put in such a limp performance against Tottenham that he stuck a rocket up their backside and said, are you taking the mick here? Yeah. And he's given them a new one. And they've gone, oh my God, I play for Man City. This is Pep Guardiola. We better fix up. And they took the mick out of Norwich. Yeah. I'm telling you now, and I'm going to call this right now, they will pump 5 past us comfortably on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
And on that
thing is, it will break my heart if that happens because
Kenny, it's breaking my heart as well, mate. But sometimes we say it as it is, but sometimes, yeah, there's nothing we can do right now apart from keep putting out the content saying it, yeah, right? And the more people that see it, the better, because then more people think, oh, actually, there's somebody like me. I will have my voice now. Because there's a lot of people hiding in the shadows, yeah, not saying it as it is, yeah, for various other reasons, right? Like, I've seen a lot of people tonight still backing this manager and saying it's this and it's that and it's blah, blah, blah.
It's the same people.
Stop listening to these people. Yeah.
I want them to stop talking.
The reality is
they're part of the problem.
Yeah. I've been watching this club since Anfield 89. That was my first ever memory. My dad letting me stay up and watch that game on telly. At the time, I never knew how big it was. Now I do. Yeah. Your first memory was years before me. And Jez, yours was years before us both. Yeah. We bleed this football club. And every time, and this is why I always enjoy having you two on here. Yeah. Right, as well as our dear friend Claude, who's up with his mum right now, looking down at him, thinking, "Fucking hell!" Like, I'm lucky I ain't down there right now. It causing dramas, mate. Yeah, all of you three, yeah, are a lot more educated on this football club than I am, and ever will be. Yeah, and that's why I enjoy speaking to you because number one, you're sound guys, yeah. But number two, I have a platform that gets a lot of traction. Yeah, not as much as others, but it still gets a lot of traction. And you educate a wider audience on my platform whilst educating me on as well. And at the end of the day, we do it for the good and great of this football club. I ain't trying to get a job at Sky Sports.
That's all it is.
Yeah?
Lee, that's all it is.
Club to win. Yeah.
And hey Lee, you know what I'm worried about because I think your battery's going to go down about 4%. But what I want to say as well is that I do respect anyone's ambitions. I love people who are ambitious. I love people who want to get on. But what I want you to do is use what you're doing to say this is wrong, this isn't right. It's don't be intimidated by looking toxic or people thinking having a go at you. At the end of the day, they're having a go. They're the ones who are being irrational because they're actually getting angry at you because you want for the best for the club. They just assume that if we got to get past the playground crap. You know, when we were kids, we all agree Arsenal's magic, Liverpool tragic. That's just so childish.
Yeah.
You know, if we're slagging off the performance today or slagging off Arteta, it's not because it's personal. It's because we want Arsenal to get great. And I know you lot all want that. Come on, you can't keep on saying. You can't keep on accepting that
to get there, and some of them have got a conflict of interest, so they can't because they're muffled or muted because of sponsorship deals or because they
respect to that. But remember, I say to every fan cam and every podcast, a lot of your podcasts have the Arsenal name. If it's Arsenal, Highbury, Gunner, or Avenel, whatever your podcast is called. Without Arsenal Football Club, you wouldn't have these podcasts.
Fact.
So just remember that.
Although my surname is Gunner, Kenny.
Yeah, your surname is Gunner. But what I'm trying to say,
it's true. It's true.
What I'm trying to say, right? Without Arsenal Football Club, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that remember, it's about the club, and that it's about your love of the club. But you can love the club and say the club needs medicine if it's sick. You can give someone a paracetamol if they've got an headache, and the club's got a headache.
Yeah.
Very
and on
true.
that bombshell,
Very true.
we're going to wrap this up. Thank you both, man. We've gone on for nearly 37 minutes. I appreciate that. And thank you very much, man. We'll do this again on Wednesday. Hopefully,
Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure.
A victory against West Brom, and we would
We're
actually
live on TV. We have to.
We'd actually have seen a goal by then, hopefully. But they
but you know what's happened. We can't. We've got to win, and we got to win well. If West Ham turn us over, West Brom turn us over. Oh my God, I won't sleep.
And that's the thing. We've got Man City a couple of days later, so that team's going to be a reserve team, mate. I'm fearing the worst, but we'll do that on the podcast. Listen, thanks for coming on, lads, and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow the guys, and we're out.
Arteta out.
Arteta out.